So, I've heard you went through some deep emotional trauma recently, and I think that's very brave. Why don't we talk about that?
You know my friends dragged me here, you know. Look, it's a long story, okay?
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Well, let's see. I got electrical power from an accident that landed me in a coma. I fucked up time twice. I lost a child that may be related to me. I got my friends mixed up with an evil dictator that turned to be me somehow. I lived in a cave for a while. I got put in a hospital with amnesia. I went to 2037 for a little bit. I met with my evil clone, and I got tortured several times. Other than that, that's it. But I'm not crazy or anything, and that's not why I'm really here.
Then, why are you really here then?
It's complicated.
Don't worry, Wiiteen. This is a safe space. Our conversations are completely confidential. Nothing you say here will leave this room.
Well, apparently I was tasked to review an animated film. You see, this isn't an ordinary film. All my friends have been saying this is the worst animated movie they've watched. And so many people have reviewed this movie already that it seems like a waste of time for me to do the exact same thing.
Well, Wiiteen, my advice to you is to do your review in a more structured fashion, and pick apart the film piece by piece. It wouldn't hurt to give it a try, and I'm sure they'll accept your own opinions if you express your honest opinions on this film.
Well, that's not such a bad idea. I might give this a try.
What movie are we going to review again?
The Emoji movie. I don't even know where to start with this. Most critics and audiences out there have torn this film to shreds. What can I possibly say that hasn't already been said? But I think the bigger question is the Emoji movie really one of the worst animated films ever made? I'm not sure if I'm ready to take on something this big.
Don't worry, Wiiteen. I'll be by your side throughout the whole thing. You can stop at any time.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. I can see the start of the film where it goes into this narration.
Narration about what?
How important a smartphone is.
The smartphone. Each system and program and app is its own little planet of perfect technology.
Perfect technology, huh? I think I already know what this movie is trying to do. It's trying to pander to the almighty greatness that is the smartphone.
What made you come to that conclusion?
Well, just based on the introduction alone. The start of the movie builds up on how great a smartphone is and how it can be an important technological tool. It's just a piece of tech that will slowly become useless after a couple of years. I'm sorry for yelling you like that. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Wiiteen. Just try and keep a clear head, alright?
Okay. So we get to see these two kids. One of them is named Alex, and he has a crush on this girl named Addie. And this information will be important later, don't worry. Then it goes on and states that basically everyone's lives in this movie revolve around a smartphone. And there is a very obvious reason why this film praises smartphones so much.
Why is that?
I'll get to that later. So we finally dive into the smartphone world, and I gotta say, the best thing in the entire movie is the animation. The animators made the movie look a bit more appealing than it actually is. However, even the animation can be lazy at times. And you know what? I'll talk about that later too. Every single emoji here has to stick to one specific trait. Also, do I have to mention that this film has a pretty interesting cast here? Like T.J. Miller, James Corden, Christina Aguilera, and they got Patrick Stewart to play as a walking, talking piece of shit. I still wonder why on earth Patrick Stewart would sign up to be in a movie like this. Oh wait, I know the reason. I know the perfect reason, to get a paycheck. But that's the least of this movie's problems. You know, for a movie where one of the main themes is express yourself,
I might have to go lay down.
Express yourself.
lot of the characters are mostly dull and one-dimensional. Take the main protagonist, Gene, played by T.J. Miller, for example, who is a meh emoji. But he's also a malfunction, and his face can transform into different emojis, which is a major problem. You see, this world functions on every emoji having only one face expression. Each of them gets this little cube and go through this scanner so they can turn into regular emojis. Yeah, I know it makes no sense, just stay with me. It gets worse from there. Now, before I go any further, let me talk about the other characters real quick. There's High Five, who's played by James Corden, and he's just a comedic relief. And nothing else.
He's a knucklehead! Literally! Look at him, I can look like that! Ow, cramp!
I have nothing else to say about him at this point. Then, we get Gene's parents, Mel and Mary Meh, played by Stephen Wright and Jennifer Coolidge respectively. All they do throughout this movie is maintain a monotone voice.
Look at our son down there. I'm just beaming with pride.
Alright, enough stalling, back to the plot. So Gene is chosen to be scanned but gets really nervous, starts panicking, and makes the wrong face. And if that wasn't enough, he ends up breaking the scanner and destroying a lot of the cubes as well.
Sorry, everybody. That was not what I meant to do.
Boo! You stink!
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a minute, Wiiteen, who are you referring to?
The audience, the people who are watching this on their laptops or their phones or whatever. Can I go on now?
Oh, I apologize for that. I won't interrupt any further. Please continue.
Okay, so Gene's moping around about not fitting in with the other emojis, but he still wants to find a purpose there somehow.
No.
Sweetie, please.
No. Wait. Stop. Come back.
Also, before we move on, I just want to point out how lazy the background looks in this shot. But then again, like I said before, that's the least of this film's problems. So Smiler, played by Maya Rudolph, is not very pleased about Gene being a malfunction.
Double pinky swear promise to you that I will never, ever make a mistake in the cube again.
Oh, we know you won't, Jim. We know you won't.
I'm guessing you guys can obviously tell she's going to be the main villain here. But despite her being crazy and becoming a total bitch near the end of the movie, she somehow has more good intentions than our main character. Don't worry, we'll get to that later too. Smiler plans to delete Gene with these bland-looking Autobots, so Gene goes into hiding along with High Five to come up with a plan.
Welcome to the Loser Lounge, where the emojis who never get used hang out.
You know people still use the eggplant emoji, right? Whatever. So High Five comes up with the plan to go to a piracy app to find a hacker to reprogram Gene to be a meh emoji. Okay, hold on. A piracy app? Why would a piracy app be on your smartphone? Because the last time I checked, I didn't see that kind of app anywhere on the App Store. Anyways, Gene and High Five disguise themselves and sneak out Textopolis and onto the wallpaper. Hey guys, you know if most people use their smartphones that often, wouldn't someone like Alex know that two random emojis like Gene and High Five are moving all over the wallpaper? But hey, maybe that isn't important because that little issue is never brought up at all in the movie. I'm serious. So they reach the piracy app, which for some reason is disguised as a dictionary app, and the piracy app is where the trolls, viruses, and spam are all located. Wait a minute. Why is all this malware on Alex's smartphone? If that was the case, his phone wouldn't be working at all. That's why smartphones usually have these mandatory updates so they can continue to be functional and not have any viruses or malware on it. For fuck's sake, the movie is already falling apart on its own logic, and I'm only 26 minutes in!
Sorry to interrupt, Wiiteen, but I suggest you lower your voice down a little bit along with your blood pressure.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I could prescribe anxiety medication for you. Listen, I'm nowhere near finished with this yet. So if you let me get this thing over with, we can talk about the whole anxiety thing, okay?
Alright then. Tell me more about this Emoji movie.
Thank you. As I was saying, G and High Five managed to meet up with their hacker, Jailbreak, played by Anna Faris. and I really despise her character. First off, her design is lazy as all hell. Second, she's supposed to be this feminist character who is independent and can stand out on her own. But the more we go into this movie, you'll realize that she doesn't stand out at all, and she's just as bland as everyone else. Jill Beck at first really doesn't care about Jean's plan to become a meh emoji, but as soon as Molly's all about breaking and start deleting everyone, she's willing to help. And they go through this digital tunnel and stumble onto
Candy Crush.
more forced product placement. And they're not even being subtle about it. You know, I wonder if they're going to put in a Just Dance product placement in here too.
Welcome to Just Dance.
Oh. This is going to be a long one. Should I go ahead and fill in a prescription while you're doing the review? Yeah, go ahead and do that. And get the strong stuff. Anyways, the three of them are still in the Candy Crush app, and the game thinks Gene is some kind of candy, so they play the game normally and try to get him out. Meanwhile, in the real world, Alex's phone is making noises from Candy Crush. Wait, so Alex can hear sounds coming from the apps while the phone is off, but he doesn't notice emojis going all over his wallpaper? Okay, pretty soon, I'm gonna have to put up the sin counter for how many problems this film overlooks. Whatever, so High Five and Jailbait try to get Gene out of the Candy Crush board by matching up with the yellow candy. And it doesn't really end well. I really wish the movie ended that way. But no, it turns out Gene gets matched up with the yellow candy and gets out fine. You know, I'm only 33 minutes in, right? And we still have about an hour to go, so get comfortable. Meanwhile, Smiley learns that Alex has made an appointment at the phone store tomorrow, and fears if they don't find Gene and the others, their world will be wiped away. And, in the meantime, Jailbait comes up with the plan to get to Dropbox and be uploaded to the cloud so Gene can be reprogrammed. But they have to get past the firewall, and Gene can make multiple faces, so they have a better chance of getting the right password to pass through. I hope you got all that.
You know, women are always coming up with stuff that men are taking credit for.
You know, writers, you're really making her come off as a bitch. And I'm not saying there can't be a great female role in a movie, but here she's just as poorly written as everyone else here. And if you did want to make her a strong, independent, feministic character, you're throwing that completely out the window by making her more attached to Gene. How does this happen? Oh, you'll see that soon enough. So Gene's parents try to find him before the Autobots do, and they start looking through different apps like YouTube. And watch Pineapple Apple Pen or whatever. You know, if you want to be more accurate to YouTube, you should have a big demonetization symbol on the screen. Or maybe a video with Logan Paul in it. I don't know, you're the writers here. So the two of them distract the Autobots by playing cat videos. Anyways, back to Gene. The three of them manage to reach the shortcut that involves the Just Dance app, but Hi-Fi pushes a fucking button and turns the app on, and alerts the Autobots to their location.
What? And my hand, it's a big red button!
Shut up, you worthless piece of shit. So in order to get to the other side of the app, you have to stay on these little platforms and dance well in order to move forward. Thanks a lot, movie, for not making me want to listen to that song ever again. And this results in one of the cringiest scenes in the movie. The emoji pop dance. Oh. What happened? You fell asleep for 2 hours.
Why? I gave you a sedative after it became a little manic. You got through a good portion of this movie, and I think that's very brave of you. But you don't have to go any further. No, I have to. I have to give the people what they want. I can handle this. And next time I go crazy, I'll stop. I'm not taking no for an answer. Very well. Go on. Okay, so after a certain scene and a little dance scene, the Autobots slowly try and catch up with them. And in the real world, the Just Dance app starts making noise in the middle of class, so he deletes it. And the three emojis try to escape, but High Five doesn't quite make it.
Gene!
Oh well, at least we don't have to deal with him anymore. We can get straight to Dropbox and closer to the end of this movie.
Wait, we can't go without High Five. I don't care how far away it is.
Or we can make it go even longer. Yeah, gotta fill in the 90-minute time frame somehow. So Gene and Jailbreak go about to save High Five from being deleted, and in the meantime, Smile puts an illegal upgrade to make the Autobots more powerful. Oh, and let's add in some more music that doesn't fit in this movie, and we'll likely get this video copyrighted. And then we get to this scene. Remember I said earlier about Jailbreak's character not staying out on her own because of her connection to Gene? This is exactly what I'm talking about. The only way these two have any type of connection is because they're in beautiful scenes together. It's just like in Sonic 2006, where Sonic and Elise start loving each other because they're in nice scenery. Okay, well, I'll give the Emoji Movie one thing. They danced together that one time. Other than that, that's it. And, you know, I would have given this bullshit scene a pass if they took the time to develop our characters a little bit. Like they mentioned at one point that Jailbreak was a princess emoji, but she doesn't want to be, and wants to head up to Dropbox so she can be whatever kind of emoji she wants to be, and be herself. But they still could have told us more of her backstory about her being a princess emoji, and why she left. But no, instead we gotta have the characters gawking at animation that at best looks like eye candy. But hey, you know, maybe young kids don't care about character development, or good writing, and all they want to see is a bunch of pretty colors. I mean, after all, this was meant to pander towards 5-year-olds, right? Oh, and do you know what happens after this? We get this scene of Mel and Mary going into an Instagram photo, and we get a little revelation here. It turns out that Mel is secretly a malfunction too, just like Gene, but he kept all of his other emotions down for years. Now this could have been a great moment if it wasn't for several problems. The character still speaking in monotone, the eye candy animation, and the whole scene itself being in the Emoji Movie. Smiler's enhanced Autobot finally catches up to them, but they manage to outwit it somehow and make it to Dropbox, where the Autobot can't get in because it's secure from illegal malware. Even though you had a whole app dedicated to illegal malware. Whatever. So the three of them go through a virtual port to the firewall, and Gene and Jailbreak try a bunch of different passwords to get through, but none of them work. Do you want to know what Alex's password is? I'll give you a few seconds to guess what it is. Go ahead, guess. Okay, time's up. Alex's secret password for the firewall is Addy. Yep, that's it. But you should have already known that, because that's all he talks about throughout the entire movie. Let's just get this over with. I'm going insane here. They finally get into the fucking cloud, and they finally get the chance to turn Gene into a meh emoji. He doesn't want to turn into a meh emoji because of his feelings for Jailbreak. But Jailbreak doesn't confess to his feelings for him, and he gets turned into a meh emoji for good, and I don't care.
I just don't care. So, are you willing to stop now? No, I have to keep going. There's only 20 minutes left. I put in the hard work for this. I'm not stopping. It can't get worse than this. So after Gene turns mad, he gets captured by Smiley's Autobot. Then Jailbreak takes off a wig to be a princess emoji again, and starts whistling so he can call in more fucking product placement. You know what? I'm not even gonna get upset here. It's not worth it. I'm almost done anyway. Let's finish this shit. So Smiley finally has Gene and is about to delete him until Gene's parents come to save the day. Okay, well now both Gene and Mel are about to be deleted, and Smiley randomly starts making threats to delete the other emojis too. Why? I don't know. But High Five and Jailbreak break in to save them both. Jailbreak is the one who does all the hacking, and High Five is the one who pushes a button and shuts the Autobot down. Oh look, the comedic relief is the one who saves the day. Never saw that coming. Oh, but look, we still have at least 10 minutes of this movie left. So let's add in more fuel to the fire by having Alex wipe away his phone and everything on it. Ooh, how on earth are they going to get out of this one? Oh, I know, by sending one last emoji to show Alex's feelings for Addie. First off, how would that stop Alex from deleting everything on his phone? I don't know. And again, I'm pretty sure that's not how phones work.
Stop! It's Gene. He's all of those things.
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem. You see, first of all, remember when I mentioned emojis can be only one thing? Well, since Gene can transform into multiple emojis, then most of the other emojis will be completely useless and obsolete, and get kicked straight into the garbage bin. Also, do you realize that if Gene didn't panic for no reason, and made the wrong face, and caused some of Alex's apps to start functioning for no reason, Alex wouldn't be wiping his phone right now. Again, maybe this wouldn't be this bad if it wasn't for the shitty contrived writing, and if this film didn't involve emojis. Moving on. So for some reason, Gene's text gets through and Alex sends it to Addie. Again, this is not how phones work.
A lot of feelings in one. I get it. I like that you're one of those guys who can actually express his feelings.
Wait. Hold on. Express his feelings through emojis. You like this guy and think he's unique and stands out because he said one of these fucking things. Really? You know what might be more expressive here? Using actual words. Hell, Addie uses more words than Alex does in this movie in an email. I swear to God, it's similar to lyrics I found on a fucking Rihanna song. This might be one of the dumbest things I've experienced from this movie, and this movie was already filled with stupid bullshit. Fuck. Anyways, so because Alex got a chance to go to the school dance with Addie, he doesn't want to reset his phone anymore, and now everything on the phone is brought back, including the emojis.
Change your mind?
Yeah, maybe it's weird, but I'm gonna hold on to it.
Yeah, you're probably going to end up trading your phone for like 2 or 3 years for a brand new one. So let's not kid ourselves here. So how does the disaster of a film end? With more of the emoji pop. Oh goody. Also, Smiley is possibly going to be stuck in the loser lounge for a while. And now, it's finally over. Good grief. Are you finished? Yeah, just about. Well, I do have a couple of things to say. So, was this movie actually bad? Yes, definitely. Nothing in this movie works the way it should. The story, the characters, the acting, the animation, the pacing, the directing, the music, none of it works. The people behind this did the bare minimum to make a feature-length animated movie. I mean, for God's sake, this movie isn't even 90 minutes long. I can barely even classify this as a movie. The only thing the Emoji Movie cared about was delivering smartphone ads to eyeballs. Oh, and to praise smartphones as a desperate attempt to stay relevant with today's youth. Everything else means nothing to them. They didn't give a shit. Even from the trailers, you knew that nobody behind this film gave a shit. The people who made this only did this for money, and the actors only signed up to get a paycheck. I've heard this film was partially inspired off of Toy Story, but no. This movie doesn't feel similar to Toy Story. This movie is similar to Food Fight. I mean, think about this. Using a bunch of well-known actors to get people to see it, ripping off better films like Toy Story, and both movies shoving as much product placement as possible. I will admit the animation and the acting is not as bad as Food Fight, but the controversy and the intention behind it made it nearly just as bad. Now let's get back to the question from earlier. Is the Emoji Movie really one of the worst animated films ever made? In my opinion, no. I've seen better movies, and I've seen worse movies. But what really offends me is that the people behind it didn't even try to make the Emoji Movie a competent movie. I believe you can turn the most ridiculous ideas out there into something special. The Lego Movie was a stupid idea, but the people behind it put in the effort, the time, and the creativity to make a good movie. The people behind the Emoji Movie didn't. But what really offended me about this film is the marketing. You see, I have a little theory in place here. They didn't want to make a good film. They wanted to make an infamous movie that would get popular through different kinds of media. Through memes, tweets, reviews, and articles and videos of people talking about it and how bad it's going to be, and how bad it actually is. All they wanted was to get this film some attention. And guess what? They got it. Some people were so curious about how bad this film was that they had to go out and see it for themselves. Which means paying for a movie ticket, sitting down in a movie theater, and watching the movie the whole way through. And the worst part of it is, it actually worked. This film grossed $217 million worldwide on a budget of only $50 million. Despite all the hate this movie received, this was still a financial success to them. So here's the real question here. Why bother putting any effort into another movie when you can put out a piece of shit like this and people will be lined up in theaters to pay and go see it? These people didn't need to put in the time or the effort to make a good movie. They just needed to promote it as much as possible through the media so people would have an excuse to go see it. You guys just spoke with your wallets, and thanks to this film, I wouldn't be more surprised if more movies like this are going to come out in the near future. Get ready to see the meme movie in the year 2020, everyone. That alone makes me hate the Emoji Movie even more. We expect a lot more out of movies nowadays, especially animated movies. With animation, you can feel free to put in more creativity and make it stand out even more than live action. Movies are a piece of art in some way. They can inspire men, women, and children of all ages. They can transport you to different worlds. They can make you laugh. They can make you connect with a bunch of different people and things that aren't even real. And they can be really fun to watch. That's why I love movies in the first place. The Emoji Movie doesn't have any of these things. It only exists to be a product and make money. I know movies can do a lot more than just be a product. And as a person who is really invested in films, television, and video games, I expected more than this. But hey, what can I tell you? It's not like a whole bunch of people are going to see this video. It's not like anyone's going to listen to my opinions anyways. So maybe nothing I said here matters.
Wow, that was quite profound, Wiiteen. Thanks. Look, I'm going to tell you something. Everyone has different opinions. And everyone has a right to speak their mind on whatever they want. I know you have a passion for reviewing Wiiteen. Yeah, but what's the point of even doing it in the first place if nobody's even listening? I'm listening. Someone out there is listening right now. This is what you enjoy doing. If you really care, you wouldn't let anyone stop you from doing it. Thanks for sticking by my side through this. You're welcome. We can talk some more if you want. I think I'm good. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Wait. I have one more question for you. Do you know who I am? What? Do you know who I am or not? Other than the fact you're a doctor, no. You have to come with me. Wait a minute, your face seems familiar. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.